That's quite tight, isn't it? If he gets past the blue, I suppose he could run this around 2 cushions. It's very close, though. Oh, what a shot.
1.
Well, the frustration might be gone in 2 or 3 minutes' time here, because it's another opportunity that he's given himself to pinch the frame and take the match.
The blue might have done him a favour there. Sighting guide. Cracking shot anyway.
Well, he doesn't really want to take the pink because the points are a bit tight. He can't afford too many of them, but it's his best way, I think, of getting onto a red. Not sure if the pink will go back on its spot. Might go up on the blue. And that is exactly why he played the pink there.
7.
Because he's cleared the decks now for the 2 reds.
8.
Deciding that he might as well play on the more difficult red right now.
15.
Needs to be careful leaning over here. Well done.
16.
Ding did something like that right at the tail end of his defeat in the Welsh Open to Pang Chun-Su. Stretched across the table and missed the pink. Before the break, Ronnie O'Sullivan had 1 foot in the quarterfinals, and then that, the missed green, the rest flung across the arena.
Deciding frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
And Ronnie making a few alterations to his break-off here. I notice he's breaking from the other side with his right hand. But he still leaves that same red on. It's quite tense now, isn't it? I just felt that O'Sullivan was getting nervy when he was on those attempts to win the frame, but even though they were there, you just knew he had to still take them. Pressure was starting to mount, I think. Now he's got a chance to put it right perhaps here, straight away. Oh, that's a cruel little double kiss. And Ronnie just wanted something early, and he's got something early.
One.
Didn't really threaten the pockets, but what happened at the tail end of the shot was even worse. Now this will be a measure of the man. Bear in mind, just 48 hours ago, O'Sullivan lost in the decider in the Welsh Open final. Can he make amends for what just happened in the previous frame? Can he wash that out of his memory banks?
It's a very good point, Phil, isn't it? You make it, you know, we think that Ronnie O'Sullivan is different to all the rest, but he's just got beaten in the final against a low-ranked player, and he's got beaten 3 of the home nations finals of the 4 this season. I guess that was the one he was meant to win. But I've never doubted anything that he's capable of doing. This is another little mental battle he's got to win with himself. He's not played that shot brilliantly. But he's played that shot brilliantly. What a snooker brain. Well worked.
I would think every other player left in the tournament would be watching this. because if O'Sullivan
21.
comes through this test, this mental examination, he could be a very dangerous animal as the week progresses. And again, going into them, not had the best of fortune.
28.
No, that could have been it, couldn't it? Had that gone in, he might be able to cut it in thin. He's looked at it. It's a shot which does not lend itself to complete control of anything. The pot's one thing, the cue ball, I don't see how he could really know where it's going to finish. The speed he's got to play this is all about a bit of luck.
29.
There you see what I mean. As good as he is, he had no clue there where the balls were going to end up. He wants to go for one here. It's an argument that he could tickle him behind the brown, but I don't think he's in that mood. It's got to be a better shot, isn't it, now he's played it.
33.
Just teetering on the edge of getting into prime position or breaking down here. This is kind of in the balance, isn't it? That's a good recovery. Again, is he on one? And he's walking around as if he might be on the bottom one here,
41.
quite purposefully. First, I wasn't so sure.
42.
Well, it's been a pretty enthralling match. You know, there's been good shots, there's been mistakes. It's kind of how we like these deciders to go.
And after what's happened so far, Neil, I'm sure you, like I, are taking nothing for granted.
50. $55. 56.
The gambler has to know when to hold them and to fold them. Things folding his arms because the gamble of O'Sullivan to take on that 50-50 brown looks like paying off.
64.
Well, one thing about O'Sullivan, he rarely goes into his shell when the big shots come along, and you know that's why he's the great player he is. Occasionally it'll backfire, of course. I think if another red goes in, he'll take great relief in getting this match won.
72.
So, Ting Wei, he missed that first red by a long way, lost control of the table with the red up and down. He didn't know, he was a bit unlucky with the way it double kissed. The blue was involved in that as well. You know, but O'Sullivan has taken them really well.
77. $78.
Well, it could have ended with a century. I don't think he's going to now, unless he somehow can get to this end one. Trace aside, I think, on the ball.
86.
It's been an enjoyable match, though. Like I say, it's been a cut and thrust.
91.
ultimately it was
92.
a somewhat pumped up O'Sullivan who got the job done.
One last positional indignity, but it matters not.
O'Sullivan 95.
Sometimes even sporting geniuses have to work. O'Sullivan did that tonight. His application was spot on, and in the end, so was his nerve. Ronnie O'Sullivan beats Ding Junhui in an enthralling contest, 6-5.